Come on in. Everyone. Let's sit there. I think we could do you have enough? Should I go get another chair? I think we can. We can just peel it off. Yeah, perfect. You got it, him? Renee will be joining us. I'm Michaela. Nice to meet you. I'm talking. Yeah. Yeah, so Renee, who is the acting zoning administrator, will be coming in pretty shortly here. We'll start in a few minutes. Just give time for anyone else to come join and everything. Yeah.
Eight or more and more. Or more, yes.
Or more.
And it's very well. She's awesome. I mean, it's been great to see the girls growing over the last, especially. Years.
Here, I can have a. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Get this move. And space for them. It's just a lot of momentum, right? Right. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so it's
That's changed. Yeah.
Right.
So
More as to what's this take about.
Scott, girls have gone over there to swam. They're right there on the corner, kind of kitty corner from here. Yeah.
Yeah, after this meeting, I'm definitely will do that. Yeah, that'll be. All right, hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. Good forward, Renee, to meet you as well. So my name is. We need to have another chair. In here, but yeah. I think this is a good turnout for a zoning administrator. Aren't this crowded, so. So, my name is Renee Nickenick. I'm the acting zoning administrator for today. So we'll go ahead and get started, a little bit after 10, it's 10:02. We want to mark that down, so. I'm gonna go through our standard procedures for the zoning administrator hearing. I'm gonna give our planner a chance to give an update on the current status of the project. We will still open for public comments and then we'll close out. And that, so I'll still just give that update and get better. So okay. So we are here today for the public hearing for 25 Doty Street, which is an application for a use permit to allow a gymnastics and parkour facility. If there are, as I just mentioned, I see no attendees online currently, so.
Yeah, they just sent a note, I guess the link and so forth is not. But we said we could just catch up.
Okay, they're welcome to call if necessary, so I'll say. For the record, if we have any participants, when we open for public comment, any participants online may raise their hand, I believe in the webinar. We may not, I'm actually not sure if they can make comments virtually now. We recently just changed our process to be all in person. I'm not sure there is a vehicle at this time for public comment to be made virtually, but we can accept comment following the meeting. If it is available online, those members can go ahead and give it a try to hit *9 on their phone to give a comment or raise their hand. If that is available, I just can't confirm that right now. If that is available, we can take those comments. If not, we can certainly accept comments after the hearing. And we can share the information live. So I will go ahead and ask our planner, Michaela O'Brien, to give a brief description and update on the current status of this project. Yeah, so the subject project proposes to include equipment required for the proposed use and includes but not limited to
tumble tracks, bars, various mats, and more with the existing space. The space has a total of 16,267 square feet. The proposed use also provides a variety of fitness and recreational facilities from gymnastics to parkour and including specialized education. Hours of operation do include Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. with occasional events in the afternoon. That will not, shall not extend past 9 p.m.
Thank you. And is there a current update to the status of the application regarding the hearing?
So the current update is the applicant has requested a continuation of the zoning hearing. And that next date for revisiting is May 22nd of this month. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, the applicant does have the opportunity to give a brief presentation if they like. Following that, we will still open for public comment on the application.
Sure. Well, the cave has been in operation in Marin County for quite some time, but we've been over in Port Madera, the location, and we are growing. And especially our girls team is growing and they're starting to perform much better, and we're taking on new challenges. They took 5th place in level 7 in the state last season, and they're doing even better this season, but some of them are moving up into level 8, so the team's a little more split up than it was. And we need new space for them to grow. And this location will give us higher ceilings. We'll be able to set up better apparatus than we have had in the past. And it would be a big benefit for our program and for the development of gymnastics in Marin if we can make this project work and move into this space.
Thank you for your presentation. So with that, I will open for public comment. Those who wish to speak will simply take turns and for raising hands. You'll have 3 minutes to make comment, which we will make note of and go from there. So if there's anybody present who would like to make a comment on this project.
I mean, I'll say something. Our girls are actually several. at the
Oh, so
table.
would you, if you don't mind, if you're comfortable sharing your name.
Sure, it's Susie Slater. I have 3 girls in the program. We've been in the program for over 10 years. We're huge supporters of the sport and the cave. And our girls have started at the Devo pre-team, and they're now operating at an elite level. And we're traveling all over the United States for competitions. And this past year in particular, they were at a level 8 trying for elite, and the skills cannot be gained at the current locations. It's very dangerous to do that. And so right now they're training 9, and they upgrade after the season is over. So they had a really successful season. We cannot, all the girls. And there's just no facility in Marin County that can support this level of sport. And if we can't move into another facility, we'll have to go train outside of it. Just one person here wants to do that.
Thank you.
That's it, I guess.
Sandra Iman, also a mother of a daughter on the gymnastics team. To just give you a little perspective, so elite is actually the girls who are vying for a spot in the Olympics. Elite is also like the highest level you can go in gymnastics is level 10. So our girls are actually 8s trying to be one. The facility is important for us and for the cave. We've been with them since our daughter was 5 and others 12. The sport of gymnastics is such that when you are 10 to 12, that is when you start to really determine whether or not you are going to go or not. To Susie's point, without this facility, we would need to leave the cave. We would also need to leave the coaching, which is amazing. And we would actually have to go probably, some of the best facilities currently aren't even in the Bay Area. They're East Bay or they're South Bay. And so for us as families, you know, this is an important project for our girls.
Thank you.
Can I speak? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, please.
My name's Niels Von Depp, and I'm with Cushman and Wakefield, and I'm actually working with Kevin and Roger Cave, representing them on the commercial real estate leasing front. And I'm also a 25-year resident of Santa Fe, and I'd like to just say that facilities like this, businesses like this coming into Centerville and certainly into a non-impacted area like this is just super beneficial, especially when we have the chance to pull successful businesses from other jurisdictions within Marin, continuing to support Centerville and everything that we stand for as a community, and providing these opportunities for our residents as well as the greater Marin County and beyond. This feels like an absolute win. I did want to just mention here and ask you guys about concerns that we might address today here. I know that there was a potential request for a traffic assessment study that may further delay or cause complications. We're not sure. So if there's anything we can talk about today to maybe just take that head on, it is, as I mentioned, a low impact area. There is not a ton of traffic really at any given point of the day, and there's a historical list of uses in that area for that would be consistent with the general commercial zoning. That seemed that they would that there shouldn't be too much of an impact with their relocation to this address.
Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Yeah, so well.
if we could, yeah,
Comment,
yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Satterhound. I'm on, yeah, I represent the landlord, ESR Investments. Real estate broker. And regarding the historical uses of the property, it's been gymnastics before, it's been a climbing gym before. Tennis, it was originally built as a tennis academy back in the 70s, and I played in them at that time, way back then. But it's also that property at 46th Street used to be the US Post Office. It's relocated to Belton subsequent, maybe 15-20 years ago. So it's been an active area for retail and general commercial, and any other use that wouldn't require a use permit, I think would impact the area. Okay, it was fine.
Thank you.
Gavin Slater. I guess there's a couple comments. I think first and foremost is safety and the ability of our kids to continue to grow and form the bonds and the relationships with the other athletes and coaches, which has been phenomenal. And having a safe place to do it with in-ground pits is critical. Because other people mentioned there's just no other place in Marin to do that. And then two, whether it's a climbing gym like the Gravity Wall, which I think is over here, the Gravity Wall, but opportunity to bring youth together in a local area, keep people local, I think is a huge opportunity. And then just unless closely aware of some of the traffic issues, but I will say, like a lot of sports, there's a tight relationship with the parents that develops. None of us like driving, so carpooling is a huge aspect of the sport. And so, carpooling kids to get to and from the gym is a much lower impact than having, whether it's a post office or a tennis facility or whatever it may be. So I would I just would note that because at least where the cave is currently, it's a pretty heavily used business park. And we all try to drive there as little as possible, which is still more than probably most of us like. But I think I would just like to ask that be put into the record that carpooling is a big aspect of the sport, whether it's going to practice or whether it's going to competitions.
Any other public comments?
As a grandparent, that's my daughter's daughter, and spends. We need more than the cave physically can do right now. This seems perfect. It's centrally located. It's better for you to come from where you come. It's better for you. It's a drop off. Nobody hangs out there. The coaches don't even want us in there. Slightly makes me anxious because I do like to watch them. But I haven't done that. But I just think this is so important to the community, to these girls who need everything they can get to empower our women, our young girls and women in this county. And this and boys too. Even the boys, but we haven't had the grill. And it's a fabulous place and we just need to.
Do you mind sharing your?
I'm sorry, EDIE, DeGraff. DGRA.
Any other public, anyone,
Yeah, sure, I'll chime in. Carrie Moeller, Carrie. So my daughter is McKenna. She's been at the cave since she was 3. They have a fantastic, similar story. They have a fantastic program, and they really do everything they can currently to get our girls where they need to go. McKenna just finished level 7 competition season. She ended up second in her age group for the entire Western region of the United States. So she did that at their current facilities. If we get something bigger, these girls are gonna do great stuff. So I just think that opportunity. And again, the central location of San Rafael, you're gonna get girls from Novato to Mill Valley all coming to this gym, which I think is huge. I think it's huge for the city of San Rafael and for the county of Marin. So good stuff.
Thank you very much. I think we've heard from everyone, so I'll go ahead and I'll close public comment for now. So as a zoning administrator, we and as staff in the planning department, our focus is on the zoning regulations. A condition was put on by the Department of Public Works regarding the traffic study, which is the current outstanding item. Unfortunately, we can't speak to their need for that and what they're looking for in that study. I will say, though, I did not see in the staff report and in the conversations with the planning division, anything outstanding for the planning division. So as far as we're concerned, there is no outstanding issue. I believe the traffic study from Public Works it's a really relative formality for a lot of projects. And because this isn't a current use of the facility, so it is something historically that's been there. But because it's not a current use being transferred to a new company, it may be why they required that. So that would be a conversation for Public Works. So due to that outstanding item, the applicant has requested that we continue this decision to a later date to give time to have that conversation with Public Works. But I do want to just reiterate, there is nothing outstanding for planning. This is a project that the planning division supports. And the items from Public Works may simply be conditions of that support. So with that, I will continue the project. It will be continued for a decision at a later date. If anybody would like to share their information with us, we can keep them updated on the project and the status. As well, we can share our information as staff if you have any further questions. So unless the planner applicant has any additional comments, anything to add?
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Appreciate it.
So with that, I will close the zoning administrator hearing for today. Again, we can share our information as staff. You're welcome to share your information with us as well to stay updated, and please don't hesitate if there's any questions that come.
What is the process for the parking study?
So that will be handled with the Department of Public Works. So I'm not, we as planning are not familiar with exactly what we sort of facilitate their condition, possibly putting it in the minutes or approval that come, but that would be a process with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have conditions of approval after that, whatever traffic study has to be done.
Correct. So the planning conditions of approval, the planning specific. Yeah, so the planning conditions of approval won't change based on what's currently in the staff report.
Right.
If any other conditions are included, they would come directly from Public Works. And Public Works will require that they see whatever information they may require if a building permit is required. And it's, I assume there's interior.
There's definitely
Improvements that. So that will be, primary. So the applicant has requested that we continue this item. But as mentioned, there are no outstanding planning specific zoning related issues. Just simply these questions that have come up with the Department of Public Works.
So if you guys are supportive of the project and agree that this is a good fit for you, and it's good for the city and the community, how do you have the ability to
We have no.
I don't want to use the word influence, but support Public Works in their decision making?
So as we've stated, planning wise, we don't have any influence over public. It's a separate safety traffic issue that is not related to our zoning regulations.
Do they have meetings that we can attend or? like
They,
this?
they will not have any public hearings, but because this item is continued, there will be another public hearing. At a later date.
Like back with you guys,
Mhm.
once you get the permit, or once they finish their process, it'll come back to you guys and then we'll be back here.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Do we know how long? How
Um,
long it works?
We're not exactly sure how long it's gonna take. It's completely in their court. They have a whole different kind of system on how they do things and everything. So that is, and right now it's in their hands. We currently have one, the continuation is set for May 22nd. Just to revisit and talk about it once more. If they're gonna be done by that time, we're not sure.
Do you know how long they've had it in their hands?
So we can't speak too much to that specific project process. That would be a conversation with the applicant and with Public Works. So we can't comment on what that process is, just how. And again, this was a request of the applicant to continue, so we don't have any items in zoning, that are. There are very unlikely that anything would change in the zoning process. That would change our potential decision, but any further details. So to share your information, you can be updated on the project status as a public, as a member of the public and a person of interest. But any project specific details will be discussed with the applicant. Applicant is welcome to share with anyone they like, but that will be a discussion.
Can you tell us who at Public Works is taking the lead on this project?
I cannot know. That is publicly available online when it's been, I don't know who that is. It is Public Works. It is publicly available, so we can share that linked information to you. It's available on our.
So it has not been assigned yet?
I don't know. Yeah, so that's all through Public Works.
We want to start that process. Oh,
Yes. So that is, again, project specific to an applicant and Public Works that will be
Start with
communicated to
Sarah.
us. So I can give you direction on who to, yeah, so that is the information that you have publicly available, so that is your information. To begin with, I can't give direction to that.
So that is to continue the hearing, yeah, so May 22nd, this month, yeah. So 22 days from today is actually, just to kind of revisit and, if Public Works does come, with a determination next steps, then we can, move this forward and everything, but that's depending on that, and, whether if we do wanna continue from that date or move forward.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Traffic,
Sounds like-
outstanding.
Which sounds like. But you only found out. Yes. Totally think. Yeah. Just so you don't care, they just found out about. it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you all very much for attending.
Thank you.